If this is your first time seeing my face, welcome. If you've been here before, if you've seen my face before, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about travel packing, how I think about it, and I actually want to show you some stuff. And the reason my mind is kind of on travel packing is because I am actually doing my laundry, packing, and heading out of here in the morning. And so thank goodness that area you can't really see, but my stuff is kind of just being worked out in that area. My box is open, my stuff is everywhere. And after this video I'm heading out to do laundry and just pack and get ready. But I wanted to talk about some things that I really cannot do without. These things are things that I carry with me. Okay, let me give you some context. First of all, some context in case you haven't seen me before. I want to start by saying that I'm currently traveling long term. I have been traveling for 6 months non-stop. I left my home in Canada and I have been almost all around the world, slow traveling through North America and then South America and then Europe, and now I'm currently in Southeast Asia, currently in my 7th Southeast Asian country here on this trip. I'm currently in the Philippines, and yeah, so I've been traveling long term. Even before this, I travel quite a bit, to be honest. I love to travel, and so over time, one, because I love to travel, and two, because of how my brain works, I really am an organization geek in many ways, in a space, and definitely travel organization, or organization period. And so I'm always thinking about what is the most effective way to travel. Believe it or not, I'm traveling carry-on only, and I have been for 6 months, and I think I'm doing okay. There's nothing that I wish I had. Every day I wake up and I have everything I need. So I'm traveling carry-on only, meaning I have a carry-on suitcase and I have a backpack. That's it. And the truth is, when I thought about it, I'm not a minimalist in any way. The truth is, I've just learned how to pack effectively, and I will eventually do a video on how I effectively pack to get everything that I need in my box, because honestly I carry quite a bit of stuff, but I know how to fit things in and how to like make sure things work in a carry-on setting. And so yes, let me talk about the things that I want to show you today, just the things that I bring with me to make sure that I feel safe, I feel like I have what I need, I feel comfortable. So it's a mix of things, and I'll talk through them so that I can actually cover everything and show you everything. It's a little bit noisy downstairs. You probably are going to be hearing quite a bit of traffic sounds, and have already been hearing quite a bit of traffic sounds, but this is my real life right now, and that's what it is. Okay, so I will start with let's see, where do I start? Oh yeah, that is loud. I don't even know how much sound the camera is picking up, but I'll start with, this one is a little bit weird, but I will start with my flashlights. And I knew I was traveling long term, or I am traveling long term as a woman, solo female traveler. I'm also petite. I don't know if the camera is making me look bigger than I am, but I have flashlights. And so this is the one I actually packed with me on my travels, and this one I kind of picked up as I travel. I met a friend when I was in Europe, and the friend got this for me, and it's smaller and it's even handier. This I always have in my purse right now. How do I use them? This one I actually remember specifically using this when I was in Mexico. when I was in Mexico for just under 2.5 weeks, or maybe just over 2 weeks, about 16 days. When I was in Mexico, the power went out. The power grid for the entire block where I was staying, or neighborhood where I was staying, went out. And so I had this on with me for about an hour or so. It does a lot of safety things like flashing. Doesn't matter what it does, but it was handy. I had this on for about an hour and a half as I waited for the electricity to come on. Instead of sitting in the dark, instead of having to use my iPhone light, which I was trying to save because there was no power to charge the iPhone, this came in so handy. I've also used it, where was I? Somewhere in Southeast Asia where there was no light for a bit. I used this as well in my Airbnb. Maybe that was Vietnam, I'm not sure. And this one I use everywhere. This actually has a really good safety feature. When I pull it, it's gonna make a crazy sound, so brace yourself. So if someone was like following me or attacking me or whatever, I could actually scare them off with that sound. It has never come to that. But this also has like a low mode and a brighter mode, and it's very handy. It's helped me, for example, when I was walking in France, when I lived in France for 2 months, also on this sabbatical, also on this time traveling the world. I was in France for 2 months, and some streets were not lit, and I will use this to walk home or to walk wherever I was going, mostly home, because I wanted cars to see me. It was kind of like just to help them see me, not even as much as for me to see, but it's like a human is walking, I use this. So always great to have flashlights. I've also used this in Southeast Asia quite a bit, but something to have. I love that feature, and I love having handy flashlights. Another thing that I use, or that I bring along with me as I travel, that helps me, makes me feel comfortable, is let's see, what do I want to show next? My Airtags. This is pretty straightforward, but I just explained. Oh, the lighting is not, doesn't matter. I just explained how I have two luggages, a backpack and a carry-on. So one goes in my backpack, one goes in my carry-on, and I have not lost my luggage, knock on all the wood. I've not lost any luggage traveling 6 months, actually traveling ever, to be fair. Like, I've traveled quite a bit in my life. I've never lost my luggage. I've missed a flight, but I've never lost my luggage. So, but I AirTag my stuff just to be extra sure, even though they're mostly gonna be on me. Some of the airlines, especially here in Southeast Asia, kind of force me to check in my carry-on bag, and it's great to know that that's in there as well. Okay, so those are my first two things. The next thing would be an umbrella. I'm not saying you need an umbrella if you're just traveling somewhere for a week or two and you check the weather and you don't need one. I am traveling long term, and having this handy has been amazing. I cannot tell you all the places that I needed an umbrella, pretty much everywhere. I used this last night. I used this all day yesterday and last night. I was coming everywhere I was last night, and even till after a massage at almost midnight, it was raining again, and I used it. So having my umbrella, I don't know what I'll be without it. I've used this for lots of rain because it's rained all around the world in the places I've been, but I've also used it on sunny days when it's really sunny. Most times I have my hat, but every now and then I don't. Or when I actually first arrived in Mexico, I didn't have a hat, and so I used my umbrella just for sun coverage. One time I remember using it at a beach, kind of like as my own little coverage before I found a gazebo or somewhere to stay. But I'm so happy I have my umbrella because it gets so much use. I just ordered this one off of Amazon. Nothing too special. Okay, the next thing that I'll show, and I'm looking at my phone because I have a list just to make sure I kind of have I cover everything. The next thing would be, my meds. So when I say my meds, honestly, before I traveled, I went to a travel clinic to get pills for just in case I get like traveler's diarrhea, and also pills for altitude sickness. I have not used even one of this. So this is a testimony. This is a pause for a testimony. I've not been sick. I've been traveling for 6 months. Different countries, I think I'm probably on my 14th country since I started this sabbatical, just this long-term travel. Different countries, different food, different types of water, different everything, and I've not been sick. So this is a testimony, but before I left, I took a lot of vaccinations just to be extra sure. Why wouldn't you? And I also went to get stuff for travel. 2 of them are travel diarrhea, but I got them at different times. So they're in 2 different bottles and they have 2 different expiry dates. And one is altitude pills for Peru. I visited Peru, but I didn't need it in Peru either because of the way I traveled. I kind of eased into the altitude mistakenly, not really planned, and I didn't have any altitude sickness, so I didn't even need to take it. I also have this little pill box that I always have in my little purse that I carry out every day. This has Advil in it, as well as Advil cold and sinus. I've not used one pill. It's just as full as when I packed it in Canada. And so, big testimony. I'm so grateful. I am healthy. I'm going the places that I'm going, and I'm well enough to have not needed one pill in 6 months or been to a hospital, and I pray it stays that way. I'm really, really thankful. Another thing I'm not showing, but is my sunglasses and my sunscreen. To feel protected, to feel safe and comfortable, I always pack sunglasses. I believe I brought 4 sunglasses on this trip. I've lost one, and one has gotten crazy scratched, but I still have it. I'm still lugging it around because it's good for like swim days. It's plasticky and it's perfect. I love it for when I'm in the pool. So 4 sunglasses. I have my sunscreen as well that I've gotten to replace as I've traveled, as well as small travel sizes of my sunscreen that I put in my bag. But I don't go anywhere without my sunscreen. It makes me, again, feel safe, feel comfortable, that I'll be fine wherever I am. Another thing will be my power bank. I can't say enough how I love my power bank. It's probably 6 years old. I put it in my purse every day. It's just amazing to have that extra battery after my battery runs out. This is Anker, but honestly, whatever power bank works for you. I bought another Anker power bank because I thought this might need replacing. I don't know why I thought that. And then I got an email that said that one was recalled. So thank goodness I was able to send it back and get my money, but I got really, really lucky with this particular. I'm saying that because I don't want you to think Anker is the one you need to get and then get that one. I want to be open and say this one has worked. I ordered a newer one and it sucked, or it was recalled because I think they were exploding or whatever. But yes, my power bank always. Okay. And I think I'll talk about my scarf. This particular scarf, I take it everywhere with me. Well, you know, I actually packed other scarves, lighter textured scarves, but this is the one that is all the rave for me because I bought this scarf while traveling as well. I think I was in Prague, maybe 4 years ago now. It's been a few years now. Maybe 4 years ago, I went to Prague with a friend of mine, and this is one of the things I bought. It's like a blanket. It opens up really big. It's cozy. I use it on airplanes if I'm ever cold. If I'm ever cold anywhere, just having this makes me feel like everything will be okay. And then the last thing for safety, for comfort, is my jackets. I always pack jackets. And I have this one. This particular one is Aritzia, but it's packable, super light it says, and having this jacket as well as another super light one, this one, has been all I've needed. I've experienced winter in Peru, fall in France, where I would have to double them up, like wear both jackets and wear my scarf, but they've been perfect for this trip. So having my cozy jackets and having my scarf, and I don't use them, well, I still do use this jacket actually almost every day here in Southeast Asia. Well, no, depending, because when I get into a restaurant, sometimes the AC is way too cold, so I typically have this in my little bag and I just put it on because I'm like, I'm not here to catch a cold. So I use it every now and then, especially here in the Philippines. But this I haven't used since I last used this in France, which was like October or so last year. That is it. I think I've gone through everything. These are the things that I pack everywhere with me because they make me feel comfortable, make me feel safe, and I'm really happy that I have them. I have a philosophy around travel though that I will share I think in a future video, but that's it. Let me know in the comments, is there anything that you have to pack that may be a little weird to people, because I'm sure not everyone packs flashlights, but you really feel like you need to have in your luggage when you're traveling. Let me know. That is the video today. If you don't know, I've been posting a video every single day. This is my 32nd video today. And so check out my other videos. My videos are in different themes, different playlists, depending on what you're interested in. I hope you find something that's interesting to you.